Hey everybody, Ben from Ben's Brick Designs here. It is Thursday night. Welcome to the stream. We got Kodiak Bricks already in YouTube. How you doing, man? Good to see you. I just got this alert. So I don't have anything to do tonight, which is why I left it kind of vague. I can always design microfighters. I could work on instructions in studio. I've got a set I could open and build. So I'm gonna let it sit here for a few minutes and let people decide what they want to see. So this shirt, Will Heron Designs, willheron.com. I think it's willheron.com. This was a shirt you could get at our most recent Brick Fiesta convention. I don't know that it's available still. I think a lot of his Lego shirts are only available during convention times, and he'll print up a bunch to take with him to different conventions. In the past, he's taken his stuff to around the country, to the Seattle Con, the Emerald City Con, and Vancouver. I think it was Bricks by the Bay he did. I've got, everybody in our lug has a bunch of his shirts. And this is the most recent one that I got, torso on torso on torso on torso. Thank you, Sleepy Kodiak Bricks. If you are viewing this on YouTube and you do have the opportunity to view it on Twitch, I would very much appreciate it. I am 3 out of 4 qualifying metrics for affiliate. The first 2 I was able to get like almost instantly. You get them after about a month, because if you tweet or if you stream like every other day, you can pretty much get that. Getting 50, I would have got that within the next couple months anyway. But getting 3 viewers per stream is a little rough. Like, I'll have people pop in and say hey and then leave. So that's what's going on. I got a little Jack and Coke tonight. I haven't been able to go out to breweries and get any good beers. So there we go. In terms of microfighters, I think this is going to be the next project. Is I have this to make a few stands. I'm going to probably do a stand for the Punishing one, which is Dengar's ship. That was a sort of Legends ship. I think you can get this in the games too, the miniatures games. So this was a nice little build, not terribly fleshed out underneath. It's got that skateboard wheel, whatever platform thing under there for some reason. I don't know. It looked good greebling wise. So I don't know what planet he's necessarily from. I'll have to do some research. I thought about doing it on Tatooine because there's all those Tales from Tatooine Legends books that I really enjoyed. But I think I've got a couple others that I'll probably do on Tatooine as well. And I also have a GR-75 transport, otherwise known as the most worthless ship in the Rebel Alliance. Right? It's the one with the cargo underneath it. So this ship is actually kind of weird because it's in halves like this. So when you put it together, it actually can twist and do stuff it's not really meant to. So at some point I might go back and try to fix that. The reason I did that is to get a nice shape on the back, and so I could get like a 3 wide on the back. And also these fingered hinges are really expensive. That's why they are in and rare and old. That's why they're in dark gray or light gray instead of like bluish gray. So you could build this ship with having a little bit of old light gray on it to make it look a little better. But this piece right here is a little hard to find in light gray. But I really like this design, and I think I'm probably going to do it over Hoth. And the little scene will be like, there's a little cave entrance where all the rebels are hiding. Maybe a little shield generator on the side, done with some 1x1 round. So there's that one. And then the other one, which I have to put together a little bit, is the TIE Reaper. Yeah, the finger hinges are always they look better and they can be used for other things other than, like, if you just use the 3 or 2 and like have them stick out from something, they're good kind of effect. If you get a bunch of them, they look great as, you know, effects on buildings and modulars and whatnot. And this completely fell apart, so I have to rebuild it. And my dogs just love this time of day because this is when they decide it's time to play. So this is my TIE Reaper, and I know that there's a couple other people who have done TIE Reaper micros that look a little better than this, but I still like mine. Gotta have your Shadow Trooper with his big old gun. And then TIE Reaper. So the TIE Reaper is a ship you see in Rogue One toward the end, over the Battle of Scarif. Hey, dog. This part was a little complicated to get done, the back wing, because it's a cover, right? But it's just hinged on the bottom. Yeah, they're also great for inverting because you can put them together like this, and then you can lay 2 long plates over the bottom of them. So ideally, I wanted to get another hinge under here. It's hard to see because it's black, but that's being held up by hinges to hold it in place. So anyway, I could do another Scarif beach for this one with a little water and a little sand on it, and maybe those little orange container tram bits that slide back and forth between the landing platforms and the actual Imperial outpost. So yeah, so those are I mean, I've got a ton of microfighters I could build stands for, but these are the 3 that I'm probably going to do next. I was hoping that I would have parts for my T6, because the set that I can build tonight is the actual T6, the Lego T6 Jedi Shuttle. And I haven't taken it out of the box yet, so that was one of the options that I could build tonight. I could build that T6. I could start, because that set comes with Shock T, and that's the figure that I want to put with that microfighter. And I would rather do that than the Obi-Wan Kenobi set, or the Obi-Wan Kenobi figure, because that's the one that I attached it with, because I didn't have a Shock T figure. So it's up to y'all, viewers. If you'd rather see some building going on, great. If not, I can pop open Studio and do some designs. I could just pick a random design and start working on that. And leave it up to you guys. Leave it open for another, I don't know, 5 or so minutes. What's up, Jerry? So the entire catalog is, and I might be able to find it on here. Just think of any Star Wars ship, and I've either already done it, got a design for it, or it's already on my list. It's just a matter of being able to sit down and do some work with it. So I'm going to pull this up. Let's think in the background. Hey, Cy. Thanks for being here, mate. I appreciate it. I know it's like 3 in the morning there, so I appreciate you coming by. And again, if you're here on YouTube and you do have a Twitch account, I would really love it if you could go watch on Twitch for a little while. That way I can get my affiliate thing and I can stop worrying about it. But yeah, so if you got a Twitch account, just turn it on in the background, let it run. So I'm going to flip over to, not that one, not that one. Let's do this one, because then you can see what's going on here. Hey, Sai, before you go, do you have the? I'm sure you already do. The NES. Did you get the NES or the piano? I was really busy at work today, so I wasn't able to catch solo stream or anything like that to see what you guys were talking about. Let's see, ship list. Trying to think of which one is more recent. I know I updated it before now. This may be an older version, but it should still have a lot on there. I got Star Wars Lego and the Mario Starter Course. Oh, cool. So you got like the ITS shuttle and the 501st Battle Pack and the CS AAT, all those good ones. I'm torn on that one. I like the look of the AAT, but I mean, I feel like I've had one before. So this is running real slow right now. I'm a little worried. So this is just, I'm trying to keep a running tab of what I've done. So like here's a, yeah, it's running real slow, man. Maybe it's getting full of stuff. Forget that Macs don't do that sometimes. That I've already done. Designs for, or some of these are other people's designs that I've reverse engineered. So there's a small list of reverse engineered ones that I've done too. I found pictures of them and they just look great. So here's some that I haven't done yet. Nothing's really jumping out. Oh, I did Molochs. Yeah, I think this is an older list, so I'll have to pull from somewhere else. Troop carrier, super tank. I think I've done the super tank. An R-28 starfighter. R-22. We did the Starlight Intruder already. So, I mean, there's lots of stuff here, and I find new stuff every day. How about an ARC LAT, like the original Clone Wars animated series, the one that General Grievous, the one they took General Grievous on, an ARC LAAT. ARC LAAT. Not sure I know what that one is. The one they took General Grievous on. The original Clone Wars, the original Genndy Tartakovsky one. I don't know that that's, because the ARC 170 is this, right? That's this one. And then the LAAT is the gunship. And you're saying there's a ARC version of the 170? Because I know there's versions of, but I don't think. Oh, this one? Just the coloration, right? So like the blue with the fangs in the front. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, they've already done, what I could do is I could import the actual one and see if I can change some colors up. And I mean, that's going to have to be a sticker of some kind, because at that size, I don't know if I could do that level of detail. I mean, it's still pretty cool looking. So yeah, I could do that. All right, well, let me get my mouse pad. And if you're just joining us and would rather see some building going on, you just let me know. So I'm going to unplug my camera since we don't need that. And then to be honest, I can build on Sunday, because that way I have more time to do it. This way at least, I'm going to move some camera stuff around. And I'm going to launch... Not Siri. Dang it, I always do that.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
If you like.
Shut up, Siri. Alright, so we know what that looks like. It's blue on top, it's got the fangs and the eyes. I'm going to close these. Yeah, plus, honestly, this is a weird color for Lego. It's that Maersk blue, and, well, this is another thing I'm going to do, is the LAAT microfighter. What set number is that? Oh, look at that. Right off the bat, that's my design. Neat. 75076. So we're going to go in here and we're going to do import. $75076. I'll have to put it together. That looks right, right? So over here I'm going to have to get the, shut that off. 75076 instructions. Alright, so we'll do this for a little bit. I'm totally cool with that. So I'll put it together first and then we'll see, make sure. Then we can change the colors up on it. And I've done this for a few other things, like I did a bunch of CIS stuff. In fact, I think I did a CIS AAT before they had this, before they came out with the set. So that's, I mean, this is an easy way to do it, and these go together pretty quickly once you're in the software. Oh, I'm going to post something real quick. Hopefully this will get some Twitch people in here. Okay. Oh, I've totally seen that. Hey Chris, how's it going? You building a Nintendo set? I fully expect to get the Nintendo set for Christmas. I just couldn't justify doing it right at this moment because I've already spent my allotment of money for Lego getting the Mustang and the Fiat this year, or this summer. So that's going to have to be it. Plus, I'm still technically saving for a wedding. We'll just have to see how that goes. Can't really see what part that is. I mean, it's a cutout, but is it gray? There it is. Bought it for your birthday. Happy birthday, by the way. And yes, Kodiak, I have seen the original Tartakovsky Clone Wars. It is magnificent. It is one of my favorite things of all time. Seems like I jumped a step here. It's a weird gap that they put in there. Grill bricks. Brightness down on this thing? Sure is. That would help. It's not 100% my computer, so I have to be patient and cognizant of other people who are using it. The NES is cool. Yes, I cannot wait. So now there's the argument going around. Somebody's like, was this stolen? Because, I mean, somebody had done like a fully motorized one a while ago. And it's kind of, I mean, it's the same sort of, the thing rotates by and, you know, it's on basically the old-timey scene rotator. And they had the guy kind of jumping up on it, but it was motorized. So it's like, ooh, Clone Wars Season 7. Man, that's some good stuff. They kind of hit all the notes on that. Wow, this is like... This is not very good instructions I found online. Let's see if I can get another one. See if brick owls are any better. Usually that first one is pretty good. Brick set instructions. Yes, please. Download PDF. There we go. That's what I want. Oh, that's like a whole... It's like way backwards. I missed like a whole bunch of steps. Well, thanks for nothing, weird site with weird instructions. Clone Wars Season 7 is so good. And I liked the part where, spoilers, but it's been out for like ever. Wait? It's hard to tell. Ahsoka and Maul are fighting in that, it wasn't really a throne room, but it was that Mandalorian sort of hall. And you could tell it was Ray Park too. Like, because I know they mocapped him in some parts, and you could totally tell it was him. Even not knowing that they had mocapped him, I'm like, that seems like that's how Ray Park fought, you know? And then they did the channel that I watch on YouTube called Corridor Crew had on, and they do VFX artists react to and stuntmen react to, and they had a stunt woman on who did the mocap for Ahsoka during that fight, and that was a very cool thing to like. I would be floored to be able to do that. It's like I get to fight Ray Park. That's super great. What a cool job. I mean, I know you're putting your life on the line, but how cool would that be to be like a motion capture martial artist, you know? So when I do this with other sets, because I've done this with a few other sets, these always scare me. I think these are usually just minifig parts. So, because they're unidentified, but most of the time there's just minifig parts that they don't have. What the hops? What's the hops, yo? Thanks for being here on Twitch. I appreciate you being here. I know I'm streaming during Goldie's karaoke night, so I was kind of bummed about that. Missing one of them. So how you be, Tucker? How's your world? So anything that's white here will probably change to light gray, and anything that's dark red will probably change to blue. So we're just going to do that, because that's kind of what this looks like. This is gray. You know, I'm sure we could keep it white, but let's see if we can go gray and see what happens. Because you can tell, their armor is white. That is not white. So we'll see what happens when we get up there. What's up, M Productions? And again, if you're on YouTube or coming in off Facebook or anything like that, and you've got a Twitch account, I would love if you could watch on Twitch for this evening. That would make me very, very happy. That made me very happy. There's no other minifig parts, but there's his arms and hands. So I'm not going to need these. Too funny. Oh, we don't need that yet. Yeah, I still need the 3 concurrents. That's the last thing I need. I'm up to like 56 followers, so that was very cool. But yeah, I just, after, I was talking to a couple other people and they're like, wait, you don't have it yet? I'm like, no. And they're like, dude, it's super easy. You should have got it in like the first couple of weeks. I'm like, no. I'm not a 14-year-old girl playing Fallout, so I mean, I'm not going to get that in a couple of weeks. I don't mean to be disparaging. I'm sorry. That just sometimes frustrates me. And you know what? It can frustrate me all day. Because you know what? Oh, I don't even want to get into it, but there you go. And to be fair, doing Lego stuff on Twitch is niche. So there's a 25-year-old bear playing Fallout. I take offense to that? Yes, M Productions, thank you for being on Twitch. I appreciate that. Can't really tell what this is. I think that's that and this. I made a cat mock today, but your stuff put me to shame. Oh, well, I appreciate that. That's very sweet. I also am getting a little paranoid about having my owl up all over the place, knowing that the Harry Potter owl, the Hedwig set, is out, and it's and you can it flaps its wings and stuff. But then I'm like, oh, that looks a lot like mine. I feel a little weird having that out. People are gonna be like, oh yeah, did you get that idea from the Harry Potter set? Like, actually, no. I'm not entirely sure. They didn't get it from me. They didn't get it from me. Oh, these don't come apart. Neat. Well, that's going to be a problem. And I can't release these, right? It's not a group. So, that gets deleted, and then I have to do lever. Base, and then that one's black. Although I think we're going to change the color on these. And that's going to be over here eventually anyway. Looks like the old brick build Yoda. Hey, Miss Tap Cat. How's it going? Appreciate you being here. The viewers have decided that we are going to redo the microfighter version of the LAAT for the Jendi Tartakovsky ARC Trooper. That's what it is. ARC Trooper. Not the ARC 170 fighter. The ARC Trooper. LAT. I'm sure it has a special name. The Munilus 10. That's what these guys are, but they're ARC Troopers. So I'm gonna just kind of build this off of the actual set and then go back and recolor it. And then if we run out of time after that, I will pop open a set and start building, because I want to do that anyway. It's kind of a grail set, the T6 Jedi Shuttle. I've actually wanted it for a while. I remember seeing it first in the Clone Wars and just being like, that is a really neat ship. I really like that ship. And I tried building it, like, when the Clone Wars first came out, I immediately started trying to build one of the Republic Y-Wings. And if you look up on Flickr, I had a Flickr account for a while, and I put a lot of Lego up there. I built a Republic Y-Wing that was huge, right? I thought it was to scale because I was going off pictures that I found online. And I'm like, well, but the pilot's this big, and the cockpit's this big compared to that. So, I mean, this thing has to be huge. And when the official set came out, I'm like, that's not really minifig scale. That's playable. That's a good set, but it's not, you know. Oh, I ran out. I used all the white and yellow I had in the world, because this is back before I was like buying on Bricklink and all kinds of stuff. And I used all the quarter panel, quarter round, the panel half round tube things from the Tantive E4. And to make the engines, and it was too short. Like it wasn't enough. It's like, oh, I need more of these. Yeah, I don't know if the ARC 170. Is it? I'm sure ARC stands for something different from the ARC Trooper. Like the I'm sure it's called the ARC 170, and it's called like Advanced Reconnaissance Craft or something. And then ARC Trooper stands for something else, I thought. Some in-stud custom kits, INE studs. I want to get some INE stud customs kits. You might want to elaborate on that in productions. I think you might have a typo or something in there, because I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, Maybe facing down. So I just found out that two of my friends who live not too far away are moving very close to us, moving into the same kind of city here in Austin. And I'm very happy about it. And they're moving like real split shot between us and our favorite tap room. And I'm very sad. I'm happy they're moving, but I'm very sad because we won't be able to go to this tap room because everything is closed. It's going to be so much fun when everything reopens and we can all go hang out. Aggressive Recon 170. Nice, Aggressive Recon. One stud customs. So close to 200. Very, very cool. Yeah, both are just shortened versions of Advanced or Aggressive Recon. Okay. So ARC Troopers and ARC 170. So I guess it probably came out of the same program. That'd be actually pretty cool because then you could develop more ARC related things. You could do like an ARC transport or an ARC mobile carrier or an ARC advanced, an ARC advanced reach, something. But you could have a whole slew of ARC vehicles or whatnot. ARC speeder. Yeah, I thought there was an ARC speeder, but maybe I'm thinking of that Freako speeder. There's a lot of stuff that I feel like there's ARC troopers too that use the ATRTs. I'm sure that's advanced reconnaissance. It's like what now? I don't know. I also thought that was pretty funny, an ARF trooper. It's the Canine Division, the ARF troopers. Womp womp. Yes, master! Of course, master. These brackets are so old school. I love it. A Spongebob microfighter next. He did have a few vehicles. SpongeBob did have a few vehicles. There was the car that the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy drove, the Invisible Mobile or whatever it was. I haven't seen SpongeBob in a long time. And my kids were fans, and I kind of became a fan because I realized what the writers were going for in a lot of cases. Like, I could tell it was guys like my age writing it. When they were making Benny Hill jokes and stuff, I'm like, what? Did they just make a Benny Hill joke? What was that, 30 degrees? 15? Okay. Let's just say 15. Good enough. Maybe like a crust crab on wheels. Yeah, maybe. I'll add to the list. I do have a list. Let me see if this is still open. No, it's not. But I do have a list at the bottom of the to-do Star Wars ships, which is like 60, 70. Every time I watch Space Doc or Eckhart's Ladder or E.C. Henry or any of these other sort of spaceship porn sites, I'm like, there's a ship I've forgotten about. There's a ship I'd forgotten about. So I add that to the list. But I also have a list of like other microfighters that I should probably start doing, like the Enterprise with Kirk and John Crichton on Moya and the Raza with whatever his name is, and trying to think of some other ones. The Normandy with that dude. most of the time I can think of the ship, but I can't think of the hero that goes with the hero ship. So, but I do have a list of those. Some other science fiction type of things. Microfighter of the TARDIS with David Tennant or something. You know. The RV from Spaceballs. Somebody's done one, but yes, I like that. Yeah. You could do like a small Deep Space Nine with Cisco or the Defiant. You could do a lot of, just Star Trek has so many variants of, you know, Constellation class and Excelsior class and Galaxy class and I guess technically Defiant class, Sojourn class, that kind of thing. I need to do a Sojourn from Space Dock, their animated radio drama that's coming out soon. Do a microfighter of that. I started designing the actual ship from the plans that they released, but somebody beat me to it, and I was just like, nah, doesn't feel as fun now when somebody else has already done it. Kind of want to be the first. Shepard, that's it, Shepard. Am I still playing this dude? Yes, okay. Just gotta keep me honest. Yeah, you can do Voyager with Janeway, you can do an NX100 or NX1. What was the one with Archer in Enterprise? NX class. You could do Vulcan ships, you could do all kinds of stuff. The world is your oyster. And these are going to have flick missiles on them, and I am not going to put those on there. I hate flick missiles. Up. So I've got a render done that rotates and animates, and it only took my little computer like 5 hours to do. It was pretty fun. A Ben's Brick Designs microfighter. Just my little head. I do have a sig fig that I could add to it. Just put this guy in a laptop. Just have him sitting in a small spaceship laptop. That's me. I'm the pilot of my own ship. Alright, so this is, how many of these? These things are also a PITA. So they don't always fit very well. Uh-oh. Oh, the action time sometimes is just... And I get it, I'm streaming at the same time. Damn. Come on, man. Work with me. An in production microfighter would be just my minifig and 2 red 2x2 bricks. 2x4 bricks. This is frustrating AF. That can't be sticking out that far. Okay, well, whatever floats. I'd rather put this on first, so that breaks that. Okay, let's see. Flick missiles I don't want to put on there. Okay, so that's done. I need this nonsense. Extra, these are all extra pieces. Make sure I need to put a pilot in there. Because they don't have, Studio doesn't have Clone Wars helmets anyway. It's kind of annoying. So get rid of all of that. Save as arc flat. Now that I know that whatever that works, I should probably be working on that instead of playing Fallout. I've actually been meaning to write and produce a video essay regarding my feelings on building and the overall LEGO community. Well, yeah, you should do that. I know that there was a video going on tonight that was, oh my god, there's even two of those. Okay, these are gone, first of all. Zoom is the dude's channel, and they were discussing the merits of, I'm just going to put this in there, and I didn't see their answer because I was getting ready for dinner and I missed it, but are digital designs and renders considered mocks? Is that still considered a mock? And I wanted to show up and be like, yeah, it is. I mean, I do build mocks on top of it, but to say that whatever I'm doing now isn't my own creation, it's totally my own creation. Yes, this is just a reskin of the microfighter gunship. I just imported this. It's a thing you can do in studios. You can put any model number in here. If there is, 75019, I don't know what that might be, if anything. So yeah, that's the ATTE, and it'll open up, it'll drop them all in as the pieces, and then you can open up a PDF and build it in here. So this is what I've done for a couple other items where I've just basically, I wanted to keep the same model, but I just wanted a different color. Or I liked the model, but I wanted to tweak it a little bit because I felt like it could use some different, different paint or something like that. So here comes the problem with a lot of this is these little jagged bits are going to be hard to do. There's not going to be a whole lot of room up here to put a mouth or eye with stickers. So, I mean, we're going to do the best we can. Like, we can replace this whole thing up here. These can be red, obviously. And we'll do bright red. I mean, roll with it. Come in bright red. And we got to make sure that we don't have wrong colors here, because it's nothing more annoying. What's up, Jerry? Nothing more annoying than finding, and I found a lot of these on Bricklink's Studio Gallery, is people would make a bunch of these, and then they would make them to be only digital versions. Like, you couldn't build them in reality because the colors were all wrong. Somebody built a full Nubian J-type star shuttle, star skiff, something like that. Amidala ship from Phantom Menace. And completely chrome, right? And it's like, well, obviously there's like 5 chrome parts in all of LEGO's catalog, and we can't do that. So you got to go through and say, okay, well, I really want to do this, but I can't do it with chrome. Alright, so here's a pretty good shot right here of the whole thing. Like I said, a lot of this, let's change all of the light gray, so we'll do, this. Nope, I'll change the, nope, I guess it's Shift V. Yeah, I went past it. Everything that's white, turn to light gray. And it may not be the best thing to do right now, and we can always turn it back. Alright, these pontoons up here are, and it's going to be this weird color. I have to make sure that we don't put anything that's not. So yeah, that's, I don't have a cone. Because I think it's more this dark turquoise color, right? So a lot of these parts are, and this part doesn't even come in blue. So we can replace that though. Truncated. What colors do that? Black and light bluish gray. Fantastic. But again, we can change, and I don't need this anymore actually. Bye-bye. Yes, close tabs. The bubble turrets on the cabin were removed, and the ones on the wings are black, but I'm sure you noticed. The bubble turrets on the cabin were removed. Oh, from the actual, yeah. So here's the actual one. These were taken off, right? They don't have that. And then these are black instead of whatever these were. Oh yeah, so here would be another arc. Razor Squadron. I'm betting that's part of the ARC Trooper gunship. Oh look, somebody's done it in actual Lego. Check it out. This has got to be stickers too. That's pretty rad. Yeah, so we can replace. It's just a 1x3 that can be. Can I do that, blue? We might be able to get away with this with whites. I'm gonna bring that blue. And this can be black, yeah? I'd almost rather these were. Oh, you know what I can do? Two round plates. Is that coming that blue? Yes. So I can take that off and add a little bit. I don't like whatever this is. I'm going to change this to like a transparent orange. Like that better. Alright, now the trick is how much of this can we replace with this blue? Oh, it turns out quite a bit. I got that wedge plate. Yeah, baby. Come on. Thank you. Right, so back up to that. And yeah, these are, let's do trans black on these. Because they're still, it looks like they're still bubble cockpits to some extent. I don't know what's out there. But also, actually no, let's do black. You're right, let's do black. And let's do that. That looks nicer. And then because there's one underneath, and we don't have those stupid flick fire things. Okay. Now we're cooking with gas. This I don't think is going to be... Ooh, I was surprised. So you got the Jedi Shuttle. I did. It's right here. As we speak. So I think once I'm done with this, I might crack that open. And then, actually, this could be gray. Let's do gray. And start taking that apart and playing with that. Do these come in blue? They do not. Alright, so let's leave them in gray. Or dark gray's fine. How about that guy? Cool. I have no hope that these are going to be that color. Because those are old school pieces. But, oh, yeah, what about this right here? Nope. However, there are more than one of those. There are newer ones. Which one is this? That is a newer one. Plastic. Do any of them color that? No, of course not. How about these guys? I know these guys do. Yeah. But I want to keep them... We don't have to have this weird... We don't have to have this guy in here. Ooh. Can this guy? Yeah. Buy 2 plates. And we'll make this yellow to match the eyes. Where did I get it from? A guy in our lug, in my lug up in Dallas had one, and he was able to sell it for, I think I got it for $120. Like, I think it was $113 plus shipping, and shipping was like $8, so I think it was like $120 total, something around that. Which, considering that's what it's going for, I mean, the figure itself, Shock T is like between $20 and $40. So if you took that off of the price of the model, let's say $80 set for 300 pieces or whatever, or more than that, but it was a pretty good deal. Wow, there's a severe lack of cited information regarding LEGO's cancellation of the V22. What is the V22? Now I'm curious. Oh, yeah. The Osprey. Yeah, well, if you got $1,500, you can get it. You too can have the Osprey. So I don't know how much of this is going to be. Oh, here's a really good picture of it. It does look like they tried to recolor it, but they kept the bubble cockpit in there. But in the cartoon, it is definitely not in there. They took those off so they could have more troopers in there, would be my guess. Let's see, what else can we do? This bottom can be gray. The doors can be, I'll change that to black actually. Oh, you know what I never noticed? Why is that like? Oh, it's just so it bumps into that. Okay. I thought, oh, that's super cool. You can like slide it closed off that bar, but you can't. That's still very cool though. Can these guys be gray back here? Yep. And then these guys up top. I know it can be. Oh, that doesn't have to be green. These guys can be that. And I'd almost rather these guys were not there at all. Honestly. And that guy doesn't have to be that color. He can also be gray. And I'm going to put... Well... It's the primary target of my first video essay. Oh, the osprey. Yeah. That works. Okay, great. Can never remember what this stupid tile is called. Ran into this last time. There's all these stupid patterns. Quarter? Yeah, round. That was it. All that work, and it's not going to be... Oh, it is. Okay, cool. So I'm going to do this. Alright, I think that is pretty good. Oh, you know what? I don't think they have the insignia on it, so I'm going to get rid of these. And I see what you mean about these little, the bulb things on the sides, so we can get rid of those. And I almost want to make that a 1x3 tile. This is what the community overreacted. I'm attempting to elaborate on why I think LEGO ultimately pulled it. I also want the LEGO company themselves aren't as bad as they could be about some of this stuff. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think there's a lot of entitlement that goes on, and there's a lot of collector entitlement, I think, that happens in the community, and you know, for better or for worse, it just kind of is. I don't want to say it is what it is, but I feel like they can't please shareholders and parents and collectors at the same time. You know, they do their best to include as many people as possible, and they make sets like the new art sets that are the Vader and Darth Maul and I think a Stormtrooper or Kylo Ren, and then you can build a big Darth Vader out of it. Or there's the new ones that are like Marilyn Monroe and I forget who else. And they're trying to get those people to bring in and just adults with money. They don't really care that they are adults who are fans of LEGO. They just want adults with money. Which is why you get the big Millennium Falcon or the big Lamborghini or the big whatever it is. You know, it's like we don't necessarily think you enjoy LEGO the same way an 8-year-old boy does, or a 15-year-old girl does, or a huge family does, or kind of thing. It's like you are a person who has disposable income, and we think you'll like this disposable income kind of thing. They're nice art pieces. They're nice art pieces. They're nice pieces to have up on kind of like the mantle or something like that. But you know, you're not going to buy it, build it once, take it apart, and shuffle it back into all your parts and build something else out of it. That kind of thing. Finding citable sources for people's feelings is a trick. Well, I would just look at other people's videos about it. You know, I don't know how well you can cite videos on YouTube. You can cite websites. It's not really looked upon as great, but you can technically cite them. They just have to be of a certain type that you can cite. But given the work, you know. So anyway, there's that. I think that's good, and I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to start popping open this guy here. So let's close Studio, quit Studio. And I'm going to close this, quit Chrome. And now I'm going to do my build cam, which hopefully is still working. No, I unplugged it. Should just plugged it in the other USB port. There we go. Move that guy back. Move that guy back. Don't need this mouse anymore. So yeah, last half hour, let's crack open this guy and see what we got inside, because I'm excited about this. It's not that big of a set, and I got it like a week ago, and I'm kind of waiting to do this. Oh, no problem, dude. I like doing weird stuff like that, like I normally wouldn't have thought of. And now I have the Arc, and that's kind of a niche one too, because a lot of people know about it, and a handful of people looks like they built it. But I can add it to my thing and say, hey, check it out. This is this quirky little thing that I got, and it's a good example of you too can make stuff out of Lego like this. So this is a sealed box. I'm almost sad that I have to take it apart. So here you go. Oh, this box is very nice too. Again, I feel bad for cracking into it, but I want this to. There you go. It's kind of it's a shiny box too. It's very nice. There's your T6 Jedi Shuttle with, and most importantly, Shock T. With her little horns clipped off by the looks of it. And then CC10. I don't have anything I'm going to be able to do with him. And I've already got a million of these two guys. So, all right. Is this a... Oh, it's good. It's a sticker one. So I might try to keep the box for this one, because this is a nice box. And it's retired, so we're going to be nice and cut these instead of peeling them. Nice box cutter. Move that back a little bit. Ooh. Don't know what that is. Well, here's hoping that you get your paper done like you want, or your research. And here's hoping that I get my concurrent views on Twitch. And then I can stop worrying about it. Because honestly, after this, I'm never going to get a partner on Twitch. It's never going to happen. I'm also probably never going to get 1,000 or whatever subscribers on YouTube, at least in my lifetime. Oh no, they're stickers. Oh no. Oh no. I'm not going to put those on. I think these are the older stickers too. Yeah, oh well. There's one thing I do not like about this model, and you can tell right off the bat what it is if you look close enough. So the wing does this, right? Which means on one side it's got all the studs, and on the other side it's got all the tubes. So this side is the one that gets all the stickers, because that's also the side that goes up when it lands. But the other side is going to be super underdeveloped. So it's just kind of a limitation of the design capabilities of Lego. Well, that's good. I'm glad we got a minimum of 3. And I don't know if I have to do that like every time for like weeks, or if I just have to do it once. But we're gonna see. I'm excited. It's gonna be a lot of minifigures to put together on this. So I'm gonna keep the bags. I wish there was a good way to keep the bags intact, but I really don't think there is. Uh-oh. That piece is jammed in there. So get that out of there. There you go. And again, my IRL friend is also streaming tonight. I know a lot of the people who bumped me over to 50. Thank you, Goldie and the Bear. Their channel, go visit Goldilocks and the Bear. She streams like almost every night, and it's a lot of variety stuff. They play video games. She sings karaoke. They watch trashy TV shows. They used to watch Saturday morning cartoons. They do a lot of skits that they make up themselves. It's all very inappropriate. It's all a lot of fun. Anyway, her gaggle of people bumped me up to 50-ish. Followers, so that was very cool. All right, so right off the bat, Shock T, whole reason I'm getting this. Look at that headpiece. This only comes in this set. It's pretty cool. That's a really good model. Let's see. And I mean, you know, to be fair, that's also a very good model there. Oh, you put all 4 figures together at once. None of this hang out and we put one in every bag. All right, so we got that dude, and we got, that's her, and that's Anakin, and that's Anakin. And I don't know the difference between Brown. Okay, so Brown is him. That's Obi-Wan. That's that dude. That's also Shakti. That's Obi-Wan. And we need another set of legs. There we go. Black, right? I guess black. And then she gets a cape, too. I almost don't want to take the cape out, because I think it's a nice dark red or something. Nope, just brown. Okay. So I do have a microfighter that uses capes as its sort of stabilizer tail fin. And it's super cool. Like, this person designed it so it like had these pins holding it here, and then another cape here, and another cape here, like that. So it has this like fan of capes. It's a very, very cool design. That guy's head and that girl's head. All right. Oh wait, we need Anakin's head. Here we go. And I like these too because they only have one. I do not mind, and I know these catch a lot of crap, but I don't think you can see it, so I'm going to focus on that too well. The Clone Wars heads with the big eyes, you might be able to see it there better. Like, I like these for some reason. I know they don't look very Lego-ish, but I kind of like the way they look. And I know that makes me a little weird, because I know these caught a lot of crap from people. When these first came out, they were just, they still are. They're like, oh god, those Clone Wars heads. But I've been entirely unable to find where LEGO released any of their statements regarding the V-22. Really? Oh, I need Obi-Wan's hair. That is interesting because we actually had a person in our convention, Brick Fiesta, talk about the V-22. I'll see if I can get a recording of it, because I know we saved a lot of the virtual events with recordings. So I'll see, and I don't think she said anything like really earth-shattering, but I can find out if she did mention any reason behind it. Alright, so this one's going to be a little different because you got to put the cape on. This is going to be great because the parts for the microfighter version of this that I've got coming in are coming in tomorrow. So I'll be able to build it as soon as the parts get in and then put her right in it. So great. That is a nice figure. I don't know that it's worth $30, $40, but I will keep this nice just in case. And they're all light side users, so they all get lightsabers. These are laser swords. Laser swords. And Lego might give you kind of a party line thing. I mean, who knows? But yeah, they'll say something. Ooh, this dude, Tin, has a, it looked like a yellow lightsaber, but it's just a green. Alright, well this is the whole reason I bought this set right here. Bam. Bam. It's like $30 right there. Can you see her right there? Perfect. Put him right next to her. And a million Anakins. A bunch of Obi-Wans. Because, I mean, they came with, you know, all the fighters and stuff of the day, so. And I don't have any hope of getting through this in 15 minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and start. Literally none of the articles I browsed cited where they got Lego's statement from. Have you looked on like Brothers Brick or Eurobricks or anything like that? Those places tend to have some of that. And I mean, just like, I don't know, maybe something like AP would have something like that. They're not a public company, but they do put out statements. Or if Lego's YouTube channel has something mentioning why. Interesting. It's all a grand conspiracy by Big Plastic. Yeah, this might be a set I keep together. I'm not really sure yet. I have wanted this one for a long time, so I'm excited to get building. I've sat on it for so long. Once I got it in the mail, I was like, I want to build it. Because I don't keep a backlog. I don't like buy a bunch of sets all at once and then like just not build them. I get a set every couple months, and then like I build it immediately. I wish I could afford to buy more sets. Because then I could do this. I could have a nice chat with people and build all night. Do 2 or 3, 4 streams a week instead of 2. Am I still on Harris Heller? This does seem like a pretty small set, though. I might be able to get it done pretty quick. I don't know that their YouTube is going to have much on it, but it's worth a shot just to see if they've got anything. Because they do talk about some things, like they'll talk about the ideas stuff and new releases of things, and You know, the Osprey is not something that I'm sure they're very excited that happened, but so I don't, because they tend to do a lot of, we're very excited to release, you know, or to talk about this thing. Like I'm sure they're hoping like just the Mario stuff just kind of washes out what happened with that. Well, hi, dogs. Come in here and hang out with me. I got you. It's super cool. Super cool, baby. So this was a pain in the butt to design in Studio because it's one thing to be able to put a giant, and you'll see it, actually you may not because I don't know if we'll get to it tonight, but there's a giant gear in here and it basically attaches like a whole thing, kind of builds a frame around it, and this one gear allows the wing to kind of do this, but this stays still, right? So it's one thing to do it at this size because you'll have more to work with, but it's another thing to do it at this size because you don't have much to work with. I did it pretty well with, and it's taken apart now so I can't really show you, but I did the Stinger Mantis set from Fallen Order, Jedi Fallen Order, and that was kind of the same principle. It had like a long hull, and then in the back it had a rotating wing. And then the back bit also had the wing kind of folded and then did this thing. And I was able to figure that out, and that was actually a lot of fun to figure out. So I may have to change, because I designed this one last year. It's been a while. And I know somebody on the Facebook group, the Microfighter Facebook group, or the Bantha Bricks Star Wars group, put this together. I'm off to bed early, so I can't say just dropped on and say hi. Thanks, Daily Brick. I appreciate you coming by and dropping a like. One of these times you're going to have to stay, though. But I appreciate you being here nonetheless. Thank you very much. And I just sent them an email. We'll see if it gets lost in their automated systems. Yes. Yeah, so the design for this one's a little older, and somebody had put it together and they said it's very cool, but I had to make a few changes, and I kind of know what they're talking about because on the back end when it rotates, I have a feeling it bumps into like the thruster cluster, which sounds stupid. So I'm interested to see what happens when I put it together, and I'm going to put it together tomorrow. Because it'll be Friday, and I'll like have the afternoon off, and I just can't wait. I'm also excited for this talk that I'm supposed to have, but they rescheduled it till October instead of like next week. So I'm a little like, really? A little worried about that. I'm a little worried they're going to be like, yeah, we changed our mind. It's their show. They can do whatever they want. I am doing a talk with a friend of Beth's grandson. Beth's not that old, but this person she knows is older and has a daughter who also has a son, who I'm going to hang out with him on Zoom next week sometime, and we're going to chat about Lego. I'm excited. I think that's going to be fantastic. And I don't know what he's going to ask. I don't know what we're going to do. I may have to go. I may have to have a set bought and delivered so I have something to do, because I'm not going to wait for this one. Or I'll just sit there and like kids do. I don't know how old this kid is. He's young. But like kids do, they just want to show you their stuff. You know, this is a thing I built. And I'm going to be like, all right, that's very cool. What else you got? What made you want to build that? What made you want to do that way? I like what you did there. That's very cool. I hope you keep building lots of stuff. It's very exciting so far. It's a big block of stuff. You can tell this is going to be part of the outside though, because that's flashy and shiny. So at some point next week, or at some point soon, I'm going to try to get Beth to do our makeup online stream. You guys are going to have to help me pimp that one up, because I think that's going to be fun. A friend of ours is going to tell me what to do, and I'm going to then use those instructions on putting makeup on Beth. It'll be a nice break from Lego. These are good pieces. I don't have many of these pieces, so I'm kind of excited about it. If I keep this set together, it doesn't matter, but I like, if I take it apart, these are fun pieces. It saves you from having to get a bunch of different wheels and tires and stuff together for thrusters and whatnot. Again, music by Harris Heller on Spotify. Please throw him some love. Oh, these pieces too. These are expensive. Like, these are hard to find and they're expensive. In that color, it's ridiculous. I wonder if they were only made for this set. I can't imagine that. Spell that real quick. Harris Heller. Harris, H-E-L-L-E-R. H-A-R-R-I-S space H-E-L-L-E-R. Harris Heller. On Spotify. I'm sure they have their own, not Basecamp, but Soundcamp. Ja, better. Nothing says Star Wars like 3 giant engines right in a row. There's another set that I kind of like. Wow, that doesn't... Okay. So I hope something goes in front of that, because those just slide right out. Did I miss something? That shouldn't just slide right out like that. Nope. Okay. I guess I'll just keep it level until whatever goes in. Ah, okay. There we go. Again, you usually use video game music to avoid copyright stuff on top of just not monetizing my videos, but I always work to help. Yeah, same. Choose white guys right there. Macro greebling, yeah. We should like come up with a term for that. Grobbling. Greebling is small level, grobbling is large level. Macro. All right, well, folks, it's getting to that time when I turn into a pumpkin. That still slides in there, though. I'm not really happy about that. Just drop the link. Oh, that's probably why. Well, I don't like this design right here. This is dumb. Because these things they don't stay in there. So I don't know what the dealio is yet. So yeah, it is now 9:31, so I'm going to call it for the night, but I appreciate everybody who was here tonight. If I get that 3 concurrent viewer thing, I love you all very much. You all have my undying gratitude. And I will be back on Sunday. Sunday morning, I mean, that's only a couple days away, so I'll probably wait on this and finish this on Sunday. Without anything else really to work on. So, thanks again for being here. Thanks for coming in on Twitch, especially if you didn't have to. Yeah, Sunday at 10 a.m. I'll be here. So, so get yourself a mimosa, get yourself a a Bloody Mary. And or an early beer or something like that. And I'll see you guys then. Thanks again for coming by. And yeah, Goldilocks and the Bear Alive. Go jump over and watch the trash fire. It's always a hoot. They're obnoxious. She's an in real life friend. I've known her for like a decade here in Austin. So go check her out. And I'll probably end up hosting her off this. So we'll see you guys Sunday. Peace out. Take care of yourselves. We'll talk to you later.